Back on SportsBit, Betting Insight today. Pauly and Teddy, big game breakdown rolls on. Sponsored and powered by Bet Online. The big one, also Saturday night, 5 o'clock Pacific. When they met 4 years in a row in the 80s, they were both in the top 10. Amazing, 4 years in a row. And here they are back, number 3 against number 7 in the committee rankings. Notre Dame at Miami. Notre Dame is 3, 57.5 the total. 30-27 in South Bend last year. The Irish won. It was 20-0. And then 27 straight by the Canes. Then Notre Dame gets the last 10, kick the field goal with 34 seconds left to win it. Winner stays alive for the playoffs. Loser not out of it because Miami can still beat Clemson and win the ACC. Very surprised, pleasantly surprised at what Miami did last week. Brought their A game, dominated Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's only point set up on Miami turnovers. And but can they bring that A game 2 weeks in a row? Tough assignment here.
Yeah, and in watching the game last week, part of my eye test was Virginia Tech bad more than Miami good. I thought the Hokies played a terrible game and were not as good as advertised in that contest. But you talk about Miami, and something we talked about previewing the game against the Hokies last week, what's going to happen at the running back position without Mark Walton? Well, the sophomore Travis Homer, he stepped up big time the last couple of weeks. Now for the season, 612 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns, 6.4 yards per carry. He's also been a weapon out of the backfield. I do have my concerns about Malik Rozier, though. I'm not impressed with him repeatedly this season. He's used up a fair bit in the running game against Virginia Tech at 84 yards and a touchdown on the ground, but he also threw 3 interceptions in that game, despite the fact that Miami was playing with the lead. Rozier, the last 2 games, only 27 of 60 with 4 INTs.
Something has to give here, too. Notre Dame with the best offensive line in college football. They got 2 first-round picks on the left side of the line, and you're going against the Miami front 7, which is a ton of NFL players as well. Richt and Diaz doing a great job, but they gambled on starting 3 freshman linebackers. And they're last year, and they're way ahead of schedule now with sophomores, one of the best linebacker groups in the country. They're number 1 in the nation in tackles for loss. Will Notre Dame be able to run the ball and dominate up front? That's the entire game and the whole key to this handicap. I say yes.
Sure, but I mean, when you're talking about that trio of linebackers, Zach McLeod, Shaquille Quarterman, Michael Pinckney, 3 guys who all started as freshmen who are now sophomores. So, they've been starters now for a year and a half. They're really good. And you talk about, as you mentioned, number 1 in the nation tackles for loss versus the most dominant line in college football. So it's a fascinating matchup in the trenches. Look, the Irish are what? At 7.0 yards per carry for the season. Josh Adams, nearly 1,200 rushing yards, 8.7. Brandon Wimbush, 639 rushing yards at 6.3 yards per carry. But that running game has allowed Brandon Wimbush to take his deep shots down the field. 9 different Notre Dame receivers have caught a pass for more than 20 yards. 4 of them have catches for more than 40 yards. And you can run the football. You can take deep shots. The Irish have been running the football all year. And Brian Kelly set up the offense this season to take advantage of that strong offensive line. Quote, the pieces were certainly here. It was a change of philosophy in terms of what we were going to really hang our hat on, in terms of who we were going to be, our identity. So our identity was going to run through that offensive line. In the offseason, there was a commitment to it. The hiring, the philosophy, the total makeover of our entire mental psyche in terms of being physical was all a part of that. Kelly identified the strength of that line in the offseason, and he's been able to take advantage of that offensive line so far in the regular season. We'll get back to this game when it comes to play of the day time.
Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.